Welcome, welcome, boys. This is going to be a product review video where we are going to be testing, after unboxing, this Gooloo GP4000 Jump starter. So in this video we're only going to be testing this by itself, but this is going to come after a few other reviews of this product combined with this product and this product and this product. So first order of business is we're going to test this by itself, unbox it, check out the features, what all it comes with, and then we're going to see how fast it can air up a tire when combined with this air compressor. We're also going to see if it can jumpstart the Crown Vic, because this video is going to come after we've tested a few of these other ones, and after our battery restoration series, which I have already recorded but have not published yet. But to keep things in chronological order, these will be published after the battery restoration videos, or rather they're going to be published now after those have already been published. So the Crown Vic's battery, if you'll recall, is dead, more or less, after the third restoration technique. But the battery isn't completely useless, because we can use it to jumpstart a car if we test it with some of these products. So this video is going to be only this, but we will do a Project Farm style one comparing it with all the other ones. So let's go ahead and unbox it, see what this comes with. I'll go over a little bit of the features, and then we're going to go check out the Crown Vic's battery status. We will attempt to jumpstart the Crown Vic, and we will also air up a tire. So let's open up the box and see what's inside. Okay, so if we open up our Gooloo box, and here is the, if we can focus on that, the specs of the product. But if this is kind of hard to see, I'll go ahead and flash that up on the screen now. Okay, so this dude comes in a pretty nice case. If you've already seen the other Gooloo video, this one's much nicer. Although I was actually originally pretty impressed with the GP2000's case. So, we open her up. And we have the unit itself. Looks very similar to the 2000, although the color is different. So we have right here our output, and that is going to be where we plug this end in, and then comes off to the adapter for 12 volt. This is where we attach the jumper cables. Over here, we have our in/out Type-C, so this is going to be Type-C to Type-C. So you could plug it in here and then straight to your Type-C cell phone. We have a USB to Type-C, or USB to whatever, if you wanted to use one of your own cables. 5 volt, 2.1 amp to charge a device. 5 volt, 9 volt, or 12 volt USB to Type-C, or to USB to whatever you wanted to plug into it. We have a light. If we just tap this, we can see it is fully charged. If we hold, we get a very bright light. Pressing it again gives us a strobing flash effect. Pressing it again gives us a much slower flash. It would be to warn motorists, perhaps if you're using this on the side of the road, or if you just need to see what the hell you're doing. We have some literature here in the box. And over here, we have our jumper cables, which do appear to be the exact same ones that's in the Gooloo GP2000. Is that 8 gauge it looks like, 200 degrees Celsius it says. This is where it plugs into the unit. clamps onto the battery. We have our Type C to Type C power brick, USB to Type C, and our adapter for 12 volt, which is what we will be using when we hook the compressor up to it. Okay, so let's go take a look at the Crown Vic's battery so we can get the status of it. And then from there we will go ahead and attempt to jump start the Crown Vic and test its ability to air up a tire, although that is going to be more of a review on the Pittsburgh air compressor itself, but we will be using the Gulu to power it. Okay, so here's the Crown Vic's battery. As you can see, we do have this charging device attached to it, and you can see clearly the bad battery part is illuminated. So, we will test and see just exactly how bad this battery is before we attach it to our Crown Vic, attempt to start it, which will result in a failure, and then we will attempt to jump start it with... Okay, so as you can see, this battery is in pretty bad shape, as we've just disconnected those things, and the battery voltage is dropping like a lead weight. %, state of health, 0% state of charge, 44 ohms of resistance, 0 amps. So once we put this in the Crown Vic, there's no way it's going to start it. Okay, we do have the bad battery hooked up. Surprisingly, the clock starts. Will it crank over, though? I doubt it. Nope, didn't think so. Okay, so now let's hook up the jump pack. Okay, we have the GP4000 attached to the battery terminals. We do have our connect light, so let's go inside the beast and crank it over. This thing does, in fact, crank over and start the engine with a completely dead battery with no problem. So let's go ahead and take it over to the tire and see how long it takes to pump up a tire connected to the Harbor Freight air compressor. Okay, boys, and it's about 20 after. We have our Gulu attached to the Harbor Freight compressor. It's all hooked up, so let's see how long it takes to air up from empty. Okay, so that's right at 4 minutes, pretty close to 40, so I reckon that's about 35. To confirm, pull that off and take a peek using digital. Oops, 33 and a half, you can see that. Alright, so we have concluded then, if we do check, the Gulu is still fully charged. Okay, and that is our conclusion and review of our GP4000 from Gulu. So as we saw, it is more than capable, as it was able to jump start the Crown Vic with a completely dead battery and air up a completely flat tire in about 5 minutes, which I would consider anything under 10 minutes to be acceptable. What's more is, after doing so, you still had a full charge, as we saw. So I do recommend this thing, especially if you have the extra money or you can find this thing at a deal. Might as well get one. I bought this thing while it was on sale. It was from the manufacturer. It was like $45 off, so I paid only $20 more for this Gooloo when it was on sale versus the GP2000. So, but I'm sure by the time this is coming out, that sale is done and over with, so you'd be paying full price for it. But if you watch the review of the GP2000, unless you actually need the 4000, I would recommend getting the 2, but I like a little more security, so I went with the big guy. As I do have several other big V8 engines that I didn't actually test, but the Crown Vic's 4.6 I think was a pretty decent test. I'm sure it would start the BMW's 4.4. I don't know if the GP2000 would start the 5.7 that's in the Vet or the 6.2 that's in the Camaro, but I would have no problems thinking that this dude would easily power any of the, or easily start any of the engines that I have. So, and especially if you combine this thing with the Harbor Freight air compressor, I think that's a pretty formidable combination, as you can use this to power the compressor. You could use your own car battery, of course, but why do that when you can use this guy along with its light and flashing strobe if you're on the side of the road at night to kind of warn people that you're roadside. So, excellent product. I recommend it. If you liked it, be sure to stay tuned for more, as we are going to be comparing this thing with a bunch of other jump packs and compressors whenever we do our big showdown, Project Farm style. So, catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.